Hi there, I'm here for Untold Sports TV, and today we have a fascinating story for you. We're diving deep into the history of sports cards.
2021, a private auction in New York City. The room is dead silent. Lot number 47, a small piece of cardboard the size of a credit card. Starting bid, $3 million. 8 minutes later, someone will pay $12.6 million for a baseball card, for a children's toy. How did we get here? This is the story of how a kid's hobby turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry. This is a story of greed, passion, and chance. Welcome to the insane world of sports cards. To understand this story, we need to go back 140 years. The 1880s, America. Tobacco companies are waging a brutal war for customers, and someone comes up with a genius idea. Insert small cards into cigarette packs. At first, just to stiffen the packaging. But then they started printing portraits of baseball players on them. Target audience? Adult male smokers. But what happened next, nobody expected. Kids started collecting the cards. They begged them from their fathers, traded them in schoolyards, argued about whose card was better. A billion-dollar industry was born as a byproduct of tobacco. 1909, the American Tobacco Company releases the T206 series. Among them, a card of player Honus Wagner. But there's a problem. Wagner is strongly opposed to having his image used to sell tobacco to children. He demands they stop production. Only about 200 copies were printed. Today, this card is worth more than a house in Beverly Hills. Fast forward to post-war America. The 1950s, economic boom, new middle class, and cards experience a renaissance. But now they're sold not with cigarettes, but with bubblegum. New York, 1951. Cy Berger, founder of Topps, is sitting in his kitchen. His problem is simple. Kids buy bubblegum, but they're bored. He decides to add a bonus to the pack, a card with a baseball hero's face. This was a marketing ploy to sell more pink rubber. Nobody, you hear me, nobody, considered this a collectible. This was trash, an insert you threw away as soon as the sugar in the gum ran out. The Topps company becomes a monopolist. Every spring, millions of American kids storm stores for new packs. 5 cents, and you could get your hero, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Jackie Robinson. For parents, this was a waste of money. For kids, this was everything. But here's the thing. Children are the worst keepers of assets. In the 50s, they had a strange hobby. They took cards that today are worth millions and attached them with clothespins to their bicycle spokes. Why? So the worn card would clatter against the spokes, imitating the sound of a motor. Millions of cards were turned into shreds for that sound. They played with them on sidewalks, traded them for candy, drew on them. They were destroying their grandchildren's future fortune, and that's exactly what made the surviving cards priceless. Then came 1960. Topps warehouses are crammed with unsold remainders from the 1952 series. Hundreds of crates filled with future millions. Cy Berger is desperate. The cards take up space. Nobody will take them even for free. He makes a decision that seems insane today. He hires a barge. In thick fog in the Atlantic Ocean, workers dump 300 crates overboard. Cardboard sinks fast. In that moment, billions of dollars sank to the bottom. Scarcity was officially created by the hands of the creator himself, especially the legendary 1952 Mickey Mantle card. Topps printed millions. Kids destroyed most with their bikes. Cy Berger dumped hundreds of thousands into the ocean. Today, a copy in perfect condition? $12.6 million? The very same card from the beginning of the video, the 1980s. Everything changes. Someone realizes old cards are worth money, serious money, and a kid's hobby transforms into an investment strategy. Suddenly, cards aren't toys, they're assets. Stores start selling not just new packs, but old cards by catalog. The first specialty shops open. TV shows about collecting appear. Beckett Price Guide becomes the collector's Bible. If your card is in there, it has a price. And then the inevitable happens. Manufacturers see the gold mine. Topps, Upper Deck, Fleer, Donruss. Everyone starts printing cards. Lots of cards. Too many cards. Special editions, limited series, holographic, autographs, pieces of jerseys embedded in cards. 1989. The Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card from Upper Deck is released. People stand in lines, buy boxes in bulk. Prices skyrocket to hundreds of dollars. Everyone thinks this is an investment. This is a retirement fund. This is a ticket to wealth. But there's a problem. When everything is printed in millions, nothing is rare. Mid-1990s, the bubble bursts, and it hurts. Collectors open boxes in basements and attics. Millions of cards from the 80s and early 90s. They thought they were holding treasures. Turned out, worthless paper. The card you bought for $50 in 1991, now it's worth $2 or 50 cents or nothing at all. Stores close one after another. People lose money, lots of money. The industry collapses. Parents tell their kids, "See, I told you it was a waste of money." Cards become a symbol of 90s greed, a cautionary tale. Remember the baseball card bubble, economists say, explaining what market bubbles are. For 2 decades, the industry falls into hibernation. Cards are bought only by true fans. Investors are gone, the hype disappeared. But the story didn't end there. Because in 2020, something unexpected happened. March 2020, the world goes into lockdown. People stay home, they're bored, and they start digging through old stuff. In attics and basements, they find boxes of cards again. But this time, something's different. Because now there's eBay, Instagram, YouTube, and people see, this Jordan card of mine is selling for $500? Suddenly, cards are trending again. But not as a kid's hobby. This is alternative investment. This is status. This is content for social media. YouTube bloggers start filming openings, opening breaks. Thousands of people watch someone open a pack of cards worth $500. Streamers on Twitch gather audiences. Celebrities show off collections. Logan Paul buys a Pokemon card for $5 million. And most importantly, a new generation of collectors emerges. They're not nostalgic for the 90s. For them, this is an investment, like Bitcoin or NFTs. They don't buy to hold the card in their hands. They buy certified, graded, sealed. A card they'll never touch. It goes straight to a vault. PSA and BGS, companies that grade card condition, can't keep up with demand. Grading queue, 10 months. People send cards worth tens of thousands and wait almost a year to find out. Is this a PSA 9 or PSA 10? Because the difference between them is the difference of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So where are we now? 2025. The sports card industry is valued at over $13 billion. Sales records fall constantly. Honus Wagner T206 card, $7.25 million. Mickey Mantle, 1952, $12.6 million. LeBron James rookie card, $5.2 million. Michael Jordan, 1986. Fleer, $10.1 million. These aren't children's toys anymore. These are serious assets. Hedge funds invest in cards. Platforms exist where you can buy a share of a card. Fractional ownership. Yes, you can own 2% of a Michael Jordan card for $50,000. But there are questions. Is this a bubble? Again? Or have cards truly become a legitimate asset class? History tells us, be careful. We've been through this before. Some cards are genuinely rare. Real vintage cards in good condition. There's a limited quantity, they'll never be reprinted. But modern cards? When companies print 50 different versions of one player's card, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? One thing we know for sure, what started as a way to stiffen a cigarette pack has turned into a global industry. From kids' playgrounds to Sotheby's auctions, from 5 cents to $12 million. So what did we learn? The story of sports cards is a story about how value is created from nothing. It's a story about nostalgia, greed, and how kids accidentally created a multi-billion-dollar industry. Cy Berger wanted to sell bubblegum. Kids wanted to make their bikes sound cool. Nobody planned for those 5-cent pieces of cardboard to become worth millions. But that's exactly what happened. Through destruction, through neglect, through an ocean dump, scarcity was created, and with scarcity came value. Today, somewhere a kid is opening a pack of cards. Maybe he'll get his favorite player. Maybe that card will someday be worth millions. Or maybe in 30 years, he'll find it in a box in the attic and wonder, why did I even keep this? One thing is certain, the story of sports cards isn't over yet. Will there be another crash, or is this truly a new era? Time will tell. But for now, if you have old cards in your attic, maybe it's worth taking another look. This was the story of how pieces of cardboard changed the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this story interesting, we prepared something even more intriguing for you in our upcoming release on Untold Sports TV. You can expect an even more captivating plot filled with details that will give you a fresh perspective on familiar sporting events. It's definitely a story you won't want to miss. Join the community, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. We value your feedback and love discussing these stories with you. See you in the next video.